Hey everyone, welcome. Paul Zagorski here for PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. So today's going to be part 2 of our 1-minute changes in the key of C. We're going to start off with D minor and go all the way out to B diminished, and we'll also do E minor and go all the way out to B diminished. So let's get going. Ready? I'll see you in the lab. Let's practice. Hey, welcome to the lab. It's Paul Zagorski. I'm going to put on the screen the chord changes that we're going to be doing here today. As well as a worksheet so that you can keep track. This is a companion practice session to part 1, where we did from C major all the way out to A minor. Today we're going to do from D out to B diminished, and then E minor to B diminished. So, and then part 3 we'll do the rest of the chords. We'll start off with F and go out to B diminished, and G and A minor out to B diminished. But today we're just going to do a good healthy chunk. So let's start off with D minor to E minor. Are you ready? 1. Oh, let me start my little stopwatch here to give us it's not overly prescriptive, about a minute or so. But here we go. You're ready. Let's do D minor to E minor. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's now do it. Also, I just want to reiterate, this is not about speed. This is about control and accuracy. This is about doing it clean. Speed will come with time, but right now you need to be able to make this D minor. You need to be able to do it clean and accurate, and E minor you need to be able to do it clean and accurate. So let's now do. Got my reading glasses on, so let's now do this from D minor to F. I'm going to be using the bar chord. So here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, let's now do D minor to G, from the 2nd to the 5 of the key of C. D minor to G. Are we ready? Here we go. Very good. Hands are starting to get a little cramped here. So I'm going to do a quick little stretch. You do the same. You can stop the tape. Give yourself a little bit of a hand break here. And here we go. Let's get ready to go from D minor to the 6th chord, A minor. So here we go. Let's get our D minor ready here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. With it. That's about a minute. Very good. Last one of this sequence, starting with D minor. It's going to be D minor to the B diminished. There's your diminished. Open. 1st fret, open, 1st fret. B diminished. Are we ready? 1, let's get ready to go. Here we go. D minor, B diminished. There we go. That's two chords that don't really sound that great together, but you never know. It's important to practice the D minor. To me, that's a relatively difficult chord to get consistent, and the diminished chord, well, that's just the shape that I'm just not really, doesn't come up all that often. About the only song that I know that comes up with a diminished chord is George Harrison's My Sweet Lord. So there are reasons to play it. So now let's go from the 3rd degree of keys of the key of C, E minor, and now let's go E minor to F, E minor to G, E minor to A minor, and E minor to B diminished, and that will be it for part 2. So here we go. It's going to start off with E minor, and we're going to go to F. And one of the things I'm going to do right off the bat is, as soon as I put my normal fingers down for the E minor, and I know that I'm going to go to F, is that, you know what, it would be better if I changed my fingering from my conventional E minor, since I'm going to be doing a bar chord. I'm going to put my ring finger on the A string, 2nd fret, and my pinky down, and I'm going to play E minor that way. Because when I want to play the F bar chord, all I need to do is slide those two, put the middle finger down and bar across the rest, and then slide them back up. So that's going to be my way of being efficient. Because I know what chords I'm going to be using, it changes the way I approach, the way I play, which chord grips I use. So here we go. I'm going to do this. You do what you need to do. Are you ready? Here we go. That's about a minute. Very good. Next chord change that we'll do is going to be E minor to G. And I'm going to play a G bar chord. And so I'm going to use the same kind of fingering that I did for G to F, from E minor to F, where I'm using my ring and my pinky. But this time, instead of sliding, instead of just, I'm going to slide these fingers down, and I'm going to play my G chord on the 3rd fret. So here we go. Are we ready? Let's go. Very good. Last one of today's number 2 practice is we're going to go from E minor to the B diminished. Are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's every combination. So we've done in part 1, we did C out to B diminished. Today we did D minor out to B diminished, and we did E minor out to B diminished. Part 3, which I'll put together real shortly, will go from F to B diminished, G to B diminished, and A minor to B diminished. And that will be every possible combination. So stick around for the recap, and I'll give you some final tips. See you in just a bit. Hey, thanks a lot for sticking around to the end here for this part 2 of the 1-minute chord changes in the key of C. When I finish, when I post out part 3, that will be all the chord changes, and that's a good foundation. Use these chord changes that you learned today and couple that with the strumming pattern that's on the screen right now, at least the link is, and use those chord patterns to do the exercise, especially labs 4 and 5, where you do 1, 2, 3, 4 strums, and you have to change on the up strum and do 1, 2, 3, 4 in the new chord and go back and rock back and forth. If there's, you don't have to limit yourself to just 2 chord changes. You could go 3 chord changes. You can do C, D minor, E minor, F, C, D minor, E minor, F. You can string them together, and eventually make your own song. But it's important that you practice these 1-minute chord changes so that you can become comfortable with making the chords. It's important. It's also very important that you do this accurately and cleanly. Speed is not your friend right now. Until you can do these things without thinking, cleanly and accurately every time, speed will come by its own. But if you try and do things fast right now, it's just going to be awful, and you're going to get into bad habits. Because this kind of practice, what we want to try and do and emphasize is practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So practice cleanly, practice accurately, get in the habit of making these chords clean and accurate, and that will benefit you greatly for whatever comes down your guitar path. So thanks again for sticking around. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps let me know that I'm doing the right thing. And leave a comment if there's any types of chord changes that you want to see, or a different key. I'm probably going to do key of G next. Or if you want to do a key of F, you want to work on flats instead of sharps, I'm okay with that. But just let me know, give a comment, and hopefully these things are helpful, and I'll see you next time. Keep practicing.